Well, hello there, folks. It's Michaiel from Soul-utions, and I'm excited to share with you a technique that a friend of mine this past weekend kind of reminded me of. He had called from Florida and we were chatting, and he talked about this manifestation technique that he had seen on YouTube. And it was from a different teacher than I was taught, but it was a very similar process. So I thought, what a great idea to share this technique so that you can end this year with greater results in your manifestation and the happiness and joy that you've experienced throughout 2021. It has been a challenging year for so many of us, and at the same time, it was a year that was pivotal in our growth. And this technique that I'm going to share with you is phenomenal. So what you want to do is you want to write a letter that's dated in the future about all of the things that has happened between now and that projected future. So here we are in November, and I wrote a letter that I dated 12/31/21, which is the end of December, and what I would like to see manifest and experience in the next 2 months. And you begin the letter by dating it 12/31/21. Dear God, Goddess, all that is, dear whatever your co-creative teams are. So you want to address this because you're going to talk about the gratitude that you feel and how much you appreciate all the magic and the miracles and the things that took place through the remainder of this year, as if it's already happened. So you're going to write it in the present tense as if this has already happened, and you are projecting yourself into the future, connecting with that future self, and setting your intention and choosing to create this as an outcome. And then you generate the gratitude and the feelings as if you already have it. And then you allow it to incubate. You allow the magic to happen. As you write in the letter, as I mentioned before, the first step, put the date, the future date, 12/31/21. And then, dear God, Goddess. And then you start out with appreciation. So you start out saying, like a little paragraph saying, what an amazing year this has been for me. I've accomplished so many amazing things and co-created some magic that was beyond my expectations. I am so deeply grateful and joyful for this year and for these experiences that have helped me to align more with my empowered destiny. Something like that. Just a paragraph that just states how you want to feel and function and have accomplished in the next 2 months. As if, writing it in present tense, as if it's already manifested. And then you generate the feeling and the words of gratitude and appreciation and joy that you feel because you have created these changes in your life. Now, currently, as you're writing this letter, this has not happened. But what you're going to do then is after you put the date and you say, Dear God, Goddess, and then you put the summary paragraph kind of about how grateful you are for this time in your life, then you're going to say, thank you so much, God, Goddess, for... And then you do a return and do a bullet point and start listing the desires you want to see have manifest by the end of this year. Make sure you include your health and well-being. Make sure you include your work and career and finances. Make sure you include your relationships and your friendships. Make sure you include how you've changed in your consciousness. What breakthroughs have you made and ones that you are wanting to make as if it already has happened. For instance, let's say that you used to control a lot and you still do, and you want to end that pattern by the end of the year. You would say, thank you so much, God, Goddess, for helping me break out of this old pattern of control and change my subconscious mind so that now I'm living my life in more harmony and balance and dominion than I've ever lived before. Thank you, God, Goddess, for helping me move and break through from my need to control. And I now am living my life so much more free in dominion, and things are flowing spontaneously, and I love being free from this old pattern. Something like that. So you want to write at least 5. I would suggest 10, because 10 is an easy number, and then at the end of the year you can check off the ones that manifested and say, yeah, 70% of these manifested or 50% of these manifested. You'll have like an easy way to percentage. Now, I happened to start writing and I came up with 14 because I just kept going. Kept thinking, oh, one more thing. And so anyway, so you write the letter, then you close the letter sincerely, or with deep appreciation and love, and then you put your name at the end of the letter, and you sign it too. You put your signature and your name at the end of the letter, and then put a PS. P.S. this or something better with harm to none. So you're going to give yourself this kind of like, this is what I think I want 2 months before the end of this year. But my higher self knows exactly what I need to experience. So there might be something even grander and better that I can't even perceive or imagine. So this PS gives it kind of a clause that this, I'd like these things to manifest, or something even better that my higher self has in store for me. Keep in mind that all manifestation in this letter technique contains all of these qualities. The qualities to manifest something, to accelerate the law of attraction and manifestation, begins by having a clear definition of what you want and to have a sense of the future that has manifested that. So this letter takes care of both of those. It's setting an intention for the end of this year or for a future date. This is what I want to experience. So you're clarifying your intention, you're connecting with your future self, and you're generating the feeling of gratitude and appreciation as if you already have it. That's what's so beautiful about this letter, is that it contains all the little steps to manifesting. And then you act as if you're writing it in real time, as if this is the end of the year and this is what has manifested, and I'm so happy and joyful and thankful, and I'm writing this thank you letter to God, Goddess, all that is, for all the magic and miracles we co-created together by the end of this year. And then you sign it with the PS that says this or something better, which allows for you to let go of some of the control, because you don't know, there might be even something better that your higher self has in alignment that you couldn't even fathom at this point. So this letter is a powerful resource. And then what you're going to do is you're going to either, I typed mine on the computer, and then I printed it out, and then I signed it. You can also handwrite it out, if some of you like to handwrite it and take your time. The key things that I want to suggest for those of you that are friends of mine with Lazarus is to be sure you process, ask yourself, what do I want? Why do I want it? Why don't I want it? To process through some of the more challenging things that you have to sense that, I don't know if I can make this happen in 2 months. The more challenging ones, be sure to process, because that's going to help accelerate and also clarify what you want. The second thing is write it down using a pencil rather than a pen, because pencil is carbon and you're bringing manifestation into a carbon-based reality. So writing it in pencil can help to accelerate the process, help to ground the energy just a little bit more. It's a subtle resonance shift. It's not necessary. If you do it in pen, it's not going to stop the magic from happening by any means. But it can be just a little subtle detail that might feel right for you. Don't worry about it if it doesn't do what's best for you. I typed it out and signed it in pencil. And another tip is to really stretch yourself. Go beyond your comfort zone. Even though your ego and logical mind says, oh, I can't see this happening in 2 months, put it down there anyways. Have the hope and the expectation and dream big, and know that your higher self is involved here, not just you. Yeah, your ego may not be able to accomplish this by the end of the year, but your higher self, your soul, and God, Goddess, all that is, can certainly accomplish anything. So you just have to be willing to stretch yourself. Don't just put down easy things you know are going to happen. Thank you for my wonderful Thanksgiving meal with my family. you know that's going to happen. My point is just expand and put stuff that's a little bit more challenging and stretches you to become more. And I also want to suggest as well, the final step is then, once you print out the letter or write it out, you want to keep it next to your bed and you want to read it either in the morning or at night, at least once a day. I suggest doing it both if you can. First thing in the morning, read the letter, generate that feeling, imagine, visualize, sense yourself the end of the year having manifested this, or at night as you go to sleep, because you're bringing that into your subconscious. So those are the steps, and I hope you've enjoyed this, and I look forward to seeing you in the next class or however our paths may cross again. And always remember who you really are, and may your journey continue to unfold and expand the majestic spiritual being that you've always been. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you. Have a great day.